Welcome back. I'm prepared to be bedazzled because today I'm going to be shining light on the greatest problem appertaining to the Marvel Rivals video game. So what is it, you may ask? Without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Lamentably, much to my dismay, much to my consternation, much to my chagrin, much to my grief, much to my agony, much to my agitation, and much to my irritation, Marvel Rivals was never released as a tangible video game. Unfortunately, Marvel Rivals was only released as a digital video game. Therefore, once it gets delisted from the digital distribution platforms that render it a downloadable video game, then it will no longer be accessible to gamers who forgone downloading it. Marvel Rivals could have easily been embedded on a disc. However, the publisher of Marvel Rivals decided to forgo the opportunity to release Marvel Rivals as a tangible video game. Will Marvel Rivals be deemed playable in the coming decades? Who this show knows? The future is enigmatic and obscured beyond a penumbra of time. Furthermore, Marvel Rivals is deemed to be a live service video game. Does it include scant offline modes, or is it devoid of offline modes? I presume that the vast majority of the Marvel Rivals game modes are deemed to be online game modes. Marvel Rivals should be playable offline. We shouldn't need a broadband internet connection as a prerequisite to be able to access the game modes in Marvel Rivals. I detest and disdain being queued for competitive matches in Marvel Rivals. It's a far more seamless process to play a video game offline than it is to wait ample time for the prospect of finding players to be pitted up against in Marvel Rivals competitive matches. I prefer if the Marvel Rivals video game can not only offer offline modes to gamers, but also offer additional characters in tandem with additional maps. So, once again, to recapitulate, it is a Brobdingnagian issue of unprecedented proportions for Marvel Rivals to not have been released as a tangible video game. The Marvel Rivals video game could have been archived on a disc. The Marvel Rivals video game is not embedded on a disc, so it remains an enigma as to whether or not the Marvel Rivals video game will be accessible to gamers in the coming decades. Will gamers be able to access a Marvel Rivals video game after the 2040s have elapsed? Who the show knows. These aforementioned issues are rectifiable. Marvel Rivals can be released as a tangible video game. Furthermore, more modes can be integrated into the Marvel Rivals video game. More fantasy genre characters can be wedged into the Marvel Rivals video game. And the game modes can be modified so that players can be pitted up against boss in Marvel Rivals competitive matches in the Marvel Rivals video game. I hope that you're enthralled, bedazzled, regaled, captivated, mesmerized, amused, floored, and fascinated. I hope that you're entrenched in the underlight epicness. Thanks for watching. Have a blissful day.